My mother didn't knock. She never did. She simply barged into my apartment, dragging my sister's suitcases like a royal entourage entering conquered land. "Sweetheart, meet the new owner of your apartment," she declared, her voice dripping with triumph that wasn't hers to claim. Like, comment, and subscribe Huna Stories for more stories. My sister strutted in behind her, sunglasses on indoors like she was allergic to reality. "I'm taking your bedroom for your sister," my mother snapped, "so throw all your stuff out immediately." A jacket hit my face. Their laughter followed. And that's when I smiled. A small, controlled smile that always scared the right people because they had no idea what I had done the night before. I used to think love, family love, was immune to betrayal. Naive, I know. Before today, I would have described my mother as strict, overbearing, sometimes manipulative, but still family. My sister, spoiled, sure, but I once believed there was goodness buried somewhere in her. I used to help them, rent, groceries, even tuition payments. When my sister forgot her password again, they called me responsible. They depended on me, and I thought dependence meant appreciation. But dependence is something predators feel for their prey, too. The shift began quietly. My mother started asking oddly specific questions about my lease. How long? What clauses? Who owned the building? My sister began dropping by more often, glancing around my place like she was measuring it. Then one night, while visiting my mother's house, I overheard them, not arguing, plotting. My sister whining that she deserved a cool apartment in the city. My mother reassuring her that I would get over it, because he always does. Then the words that slid beneath my skin like a blade. "He doesn't need boundaries, he needs direction." Direction like I was livestock. Like, comment, and subscribe Huna Stories for more stories. I walked out quietly, unnoticed. Something that used to hurt me, that night, it empowered me. I didn't yell, I didn't confront, I went home, sat at my desk, and reread my lease. And right there in neat legal print was the sentence I remembered, but they had forgotten. "Tenant has first right of renewal for the next 3 years at a fixed rate," meaning they couldn't take anything from me unless I surrendered it, and I wasn't surrendering anything. But revenge isn't about winning, it's about teaching. So I made a plan. Step 1, I emailed my landlord and activated my renewal early. He replied within the hour. Done, locked, legal, binding. Step 2, I spoke to my friend Marcus, an attorney who enjoyed petty justice almost as much as I did. He helped me draft a polite but firm notice that any attempt to move belongings into my unit without my consent would be considered trespassing. Step 3, I waited, not passively, strategically. I cleaned my apartment spotless, put a camera by the door, not hidden, fully visible, let it blink its little red light like a warning. And step 4, the final touch. I removed every item of mine my family could claim as gifts, even the cheap vase my mother loved to remind me she bought. I boxed it all and left it by their front door before dawn, with a note. Returning what's yours, so there's no confusion later. It was never about the vase, it was about the message. So there we were, my mother standing in my hallway, my sister already rearranging her illusions. "Get your things out," my mother repeated. I stepped aside and let them look around. The camera winked. The renewal contract sat printed on the kitchen counter next to Marcus's letter. My sister reached for my bedroom doorknob. "Before you do that," I said calmly, "you should know something." They turned, annoyed, impatient. Perfect. I renewed the lease last night, 3 years legally binding. I watched the words hit them one by one, and I continued. "Any attempt to move your things in will be documented as trespassing. My lawyer already filed a notice." My mother's mouth fell open. My sister froze mid-step. "But you can't," my mother stammered. "I can. I did." I walked to the door and held it open. My smile was gentle, surgical. "You came here to take something from me," I said, "but the problem is you assumed I wasn't paying attention." For the first time in years, they were speechless, truly speechless. My sister snatched her suitcases. My mother stormed out, tossing final threats I didn't bother listening to. The door clicked shut behind them, a clean, satisfying sound. I leaned against the door, breathing in the silence they left behind. People think revenge is loud, but the best revenge is quiet, legal, inevitable. It was never about the apartment. It was about reminding them that I am no longer the child they could control, override, or rearrange when convenient. And as I walked back into my bedroom, the one that was mine yesterday, today, and for the next 3 years, I whispered the words I should have said long ago. I don't belong to you anymore. And God, it felt good. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe Huna Stories for more stories.